Low Effort Podcast. Welcome back, listeners. I am currently broadcasting from Truck Car Studios, so you might hear the soothing sounds of the squeaky bushings and the relaxing click of the turn signal as I make my way home from a meeting of individuals that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about. Let's just say that we use our first names so as to remain anonymous. One of the greatest things about this group is that I feel completely safe in being honest, in that the people there understand me. Anytime you've been through something that's different from other people, something like addiction, where you keep having situations that you think you'd learn your lesson from. Something goes really bad for you, and you think, oh, this is an opportunity for me to do things differently. And then you do the same stupid thing again. You might understand. And if you have an issue in your life with some type of substance or behavior that you wish you could stop doing, but you can't, I highly recommend that you find some type of service or group in your area that you can go to, if only to sit and listen to people tell stories, because you might find when people tell their stories that you relate quite a bit, and just knowing that there's someone out there that feels the way you feel is an amazing thing, a very helpful thing and reassuring thing, and it can give you hope even when you feel kind of hopeless. And what I found is that people tend to be very honest, and when people are honest, you hear a sort of connection. You hear people say things that you feel completely, which is something that I never got from therapy. I've gone to many therapists and psychiatrists and all kinds of different treatments in an attempt to deal with my depression and other issues that I have, and it's never worked out for very long. But I've been in this program for about 4.5 months, and I've been sober for 4.5 months, and it feels great. I remember less than a month in, I want to say. I've been sober for about 3 weeks, and I got out of my car and I looked up at the sky, and there were beautiful clouds. It was the kind of sky that looked like a Bob Ross painting, just these beautiful, big, puffy, cottony clouds and a bright blue sky. And I was just dumbfounded by how amazing it was, and the weather was perfect. And I just enjoyed this real nice sense of peace and wonder at the beauty of the world in that moment. And I used to think that was from just being high. I thought I getting super crazy high and just looking at stuff and be like, oh my God, that's so cool, was because I was high. But it turns out stuff can be really cool even when you're not high. That's not to say I have any kind of judgments against anyone that likes to get high or drunk or whatever you want to do. Do your thing. If you enjoy it, if you're not endangering anyone else, I have no problem whatsoever with what you're doing. If you can have fun with that in a responsible way, more power to you. I'm a little jealous of you even, but if you're finding that you're doing something over and over again, even though you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore, maybe you want to consider getting some help dealing with that. And a lot of people are kind of scared of these programs, because a lot of the 12-step programs have a sort of a religious component, is what a lot of people think it is, because there's a higher power element to things. And it is a little weird for me, because I was raised in a church, various denominations of Christianity, and I kind of rebelled because I never felt that. I never got it. The logic and the contradictions of the Bible didn't make sense to me. I didn't like the whole, free will, but if you make the wrong choice, you burn in a lake of hellfire for eternity. Didn't sound quite right to me. Did all kinds of praying, but I never felt the Holy Spirit filling me in any way. So I was kind of nervous, I guess, about this program talking about some kind of higher power. But if you read the literature, you'll find that it is not trying to force some kind of specific God identity into your life. It's really just about letting go of your own will, letting go of the attempt to control everything, because it turns out we're not that great at controlling things. Sometimes when we let go and let things happen, things end up working out much better. And sometimes when we try to help other people before we help ourselves, we end up being more happy in the long run. So this is kind of this kind of got real, kind of get a little serious after school special going on in the third segment here. And I don't want to end it on any kind of a low key note. So I'm gonna do a little air guitar here. I know you guys can't see this because it's an audio podcast, but you're gonna have to just trust that I'm doing some killer air guitar here in Truck Car. Ready? 2, 1, 2, 3, and bam, 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 ba dam, bam, bam, ba dee 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 Okay, bye. I love you.